guys, I'm Aveline and welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. So it has been about 3 months or so since the last time I did a cast video, so I thought it was about time. Also because lately I've just been feeling like getting back into cast just now and then or something and play dress up a little bit. I don't know, I'm in that kind of phase right now, so that is what I sat down and did yesterday. And I will say that this idea for a rainbow inspired cast is inspired by Orange Does Games, and they've done all these kinds of different cast themes like sweet and sour. They did the flowers as well, seasons, and rainbow, and so on and so on. Definitely go check out their channel if you like these kinds of cast videos, because they have a lot of creative ideas on their channel. So I'll link to both their channel and also to the rainbow cast in the description down below. But yeah, that is what we're doing today. We're creating 7 Sims inspired by the 7 colors of the rainbow, or at least like I looked up rainbow pictures just to make sure I got the colors right. In some of them there are 6 colors and in some other there are 7 colors. I've gone for 7 just to make it a little bit more fun. So I hope that's okay with you guys, and I also think that this month is a good month to do a rainbow inspired cast because it is Pride month, so I do want to say happy Pride to those of you who do celebrate it or participate in it. I hope you are having or have had an amazing time this month. So yeah, that is what we're doing today, a cast video. What is going on? This will not be a very common occurrence here on the channel though. I am definitely still mainly a builder, but I might do a few of these like now and then, so definitely let me know if there's any other kind of cast video you want to see me do. I am mostly interested in bigger cast videos because I feel like when you just make 1 or 2 Sims, it doesn't take long enough, and I just like to, I don't know, it's too fast, like it's over too quickly. So I think I'm gonna stick to like bigger cast videos, like 4+ Sims or so. But do let me know what you think. And yeah, so we've already gotten the red Sim done, and I really like how her outfit turned out. I have written down some traits for all of these different colors or these different Sims, and I also gave them names and also aspirations. So I actually looked up meanings of colors on the internet just to get some inspiration for what kind of traits they could have, and the red one ended up being called Cherry Chamberlain, and she is romantic. She's a serial romantic because the color red reminds me of like anger or romance mainly. It's a very intense color, so I gave her the traits hot-headed, mean, and self-assured, but she could definitely also have something like romantic, or flirty is not a trait, but romantic, yeah, she could definitely have that as a trait as well. And for her outfit, I don't know if you saw just before, but I gave her this long sleek ponytail that's of course like red. I actually went with the red color that we got in game for her hair, and then I also gave her a sheer blouse because I thought that would be a little bit daring, and red, the color red, to even just wear the color red is a little bit daring to me, so I thought that would be kind of fitting. The same counts for her thigh-high socks. That's also another thing that for me personally, I'm kind of looking at thigh-high socks like I love them. I used to wear them a lot in school, but it's one of those things like you have to kind of have the confidence to wear them or something. I don't know, that might just be me, but I thought they would be fitting for her as well. And yeah, that's basically, oh yeah, she's also wearing a ton of rings on her fingers as well, because I thought that would kind of go with the vibe of the leather boots and the thigh-high socks and also the pleat skirt. So moving on to orange, this is Clementine Calendar, and for me, orange is a color that kind of reminds me of, it's very joyful, but it's kind of like a creative color in a way as well. I don't know what it is about it, it just kind of reminds me of those 2 traits especially. So I gave her the Aspiration Painter Extraordinaire, which is one of the creative aspirations, and then I also gave her the traits creative, good, and cheerful, because creative is, well, creativity, and good and cheerful kind of reminds me of joy, so I thought that would be fitting. As for what other traits orange could also kind of be associated with, I've read that it's often associated with change and health and warmth, wellness, and that sort of thing. So like feeling good basically, and I think that's very fitting. It's a very happy color, but it's got like, it's not yellow. Yellow is a very happy color, but orange is a little bit more warmer, so it does make sense that it's kind of got something to do with health as well. I think it's very fitting. So for Clementine, I went with this very, very orange hair. I think it's by Samandi. It is a recolor of the hair, but I think it's one of Samandi's own recolors. Actually, I'm not sure Samandi is called Samandi anymore, which is a little bit confusing. My bad. But it's been a while since I've been sushi shopping. I should really get on that if I want to do more cast videos. Again, definitely let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see more cast videos on my channel. I can definitely do more of these. I still have so many ideas written down from when I used to do them almost daily, so still just let me know. But yeah, that's it for Clementine. I also gave her these glasses. I think they're not real glasses though. I don't think there's any like actual glass in them, but I think they look cute. I like the round shape of them. And then I gave her a jacket which is orange because orange is kind of like a bit of an overpowering color to me at least. So I didn't want to go for a top that was orange as well. And I ended up going for a yellow one instead because it's sort of like the same kind of color, but not really. I did go with a darker yellow, I think. And then I paired it with a pair of very light gray skinny high-waisted jeans and also a pair of brown boots because I thought that the brown color would go well with her jacket as well, so I thought that would kind of add a little bit to the orangeness of her outfit, I suppose. But yeah, that was about it for Clementine. So we moved on to yellow now, and this is Marigold Monroe. So Marigold is probably my favorite sim out of the 7 different sims, like face-wise. I just really like how she turned out. I don't know if that sounds creepy or weird, but I don't know, I just like her face, basically. So yellow is a little bit of an interesting color because it both has a lot of good traits associated with it, but it also has a lot of bad ones. So it's got joyfulness and hope and sunshine and happiness and just cheerfulness in common with orange, but it's also associated with intellect and honor and loyalty, and also I want to say energy, like it's a very energizing kind of color. I think that's also one of the reasons why in The Sims, when your sim is energized, it's kind of got this like yellow-green color associated with it, if that makes sense. When you got the emotion energized, your Sims profile picture is yellow or green, like sort of like a mix of those two colors. But as for the negative traits, it's also associated with caution and sickness and also jealousy, so I wanted to give Marigold kind of a mixture of both positive but also negative traits. I did give her the active aspiration that we got, which is bodybuilder. I hope one day we get more of those. Also because I feel like if your Sims or if your sim is aspiring to be in the active career, it's not just, you know, bodybuilding. I wish there was something like basketball or football / soccer, whatever you want to call that, or yeah, I don't know, something like that. I just wish there were more active aspirations instead of just bodybuilding, because you can aspire to be active or work in an active career and not just be a bodybuilder. So I'm hoping that'll happen at some point. It would be nice to have more choices when it comes to active aspirations. I don't know how that would happen, but or what pack it would come with, but it would be nice. And then I gave her the traits active, jealous, and also cheerful. So she's got a little bit of both, like both negative and also positive traits. I will say that jealousy is also a trait that I associate with green, because there's a saying like if you're green of jealousy or something. I don't fully remember how it goes. I'm not good at sayings in any language, whether it's English or Danish, so I could be wrong about that, but at least me personally, I do associate jealousy with green as well. But back to Marigold, just quickly, I did end up giving her a active kind of outfit. So at least an outfit that could look like, it's kind of like fashionable active, if that makes sense, like fashionable sportswear kind of. So I gave her the long ponytail, very sleek. I actually gave her the puke hair color because that was the one that I thought was the closest to yellow. I don't have a lot of like that kind of yellow recolors in my game, so that was a little bit of a struggle. Did end up giving her the puke hair color. Hope that's okay with you guys. And I also gave her a top, just like a turtleneck kind of top, sporty shorts. She had the knee socks as well, which I think are very sporty, and then also sneakers, and that should be about, oh yeah, headphones as well, because I figured if she was out running or something, it would be nice for her to have headphones on so she could listen to music at the same time, maybe pump herself up a little bit, or, you know, whatever that does was. So yeah, that was about it for Marigold. We have moved on to green, and I ended up calling my green sim Aveline, which is a little bit of a mouthful for me for some reason, but I thought it would be kind of cute because the apples are green, so it kind of goes well with her. Plus, we already went for cherry and clementine, so we're kind of keeping the fruit theme going. Not with marigold, I think that's the flower if I'm not mistaken, but I thought it would be kind of cute to give her a fruit name as well, so Aveline. So I decided to give Apple a nature aspiration, so she's actually a freelance botanist, and then for her traits, she's got a little bit of an interesting mix that's actually got nothing to do with nature, or I decided to give her vegetarian because I figured it was green and that has something to do with nature in some weird way, it does. And then I also gave her materialistic and also jealous because green again is a little bit of a funny color. It's got both it's very associated with nature and growth and harmony and freshness and environment, but it's also associated with money and greed and jealousy and finances, ambition, and you know, that sort of thing. So it's two complete opposites, and it's very interesting to me. Like, I mean, I get it because at least in the US, money is green, so I totally get why it would be associated with money, but mostly I think personally I probably associate it more with nature because trees are green, plants are green, at least the vast majority of them are green. So I don't know, it's a little bit of a funny mix. Her outfit is very nature inspired with her flower crown or plant crown, I don't fully know. I gave her a green sweater as well, and then I gave her a skirt and put some bees on it, which I thought was super cute. And she's also wearing a pair of sandals with a little bit of heel on them as well, just to make it a little bit more feminine or something. I thought that would be really cute. And then her hair color as well is actually, I believe it's the green from the game if I recall correctly. I just thought it looked really, really good with her. And she's also got green eyes, so they kind of go well together as well, at least in my opinion they do. But we have moved on to light blue now. I will say that I kind of went for a mixture of turquoise and light blue for this one just to add a little bit more variation, so I didn't sit here with two blue ones. I thought that would be a little bit too much blue, and I also really like the color turquoise, so I used that as a bit of an excuse. At least her hair is turquoise. I think the top that she's wearing is actually light blue, so there's a little bit of a mix there, but hopefully it is okay with you guys. So this is Sofia Segura, and I don't really know what her name means. I just saw it. Sofia has something to do with, I think it's got something to do with sapphires, that are blue, so I think it's inspired by that name or something. I don't fully know. I did look up like baby names that have something to do with blue just to get inspiration for the name because I have no clue, but I thought it was a really pretty name, so I decided to go for it. So Sofia's traits and aspirations are actually inspired by the color turquoise and not blue because I thought it would be a little bit too much of the same to give two Sims personalities inspired by one color. So to add a little bit more variation, like I said before, I did bring turquoise into this, but hopefully it's okay with you guys. So turquoise is a color that's associated with sophistication and energy and wisdom and friendship and love and joy as well. I've read that it's also associated with spirituality, hopefully that's pronounced right, and also patience. So it's a very positive colors, a lot of positive traits associated with this color. I thought for Sofia I would focus a little bit more on the wisdom part of it, or like the intellect part of it, and also the friendship part of it. So her aspiration is actually one of the popularity ones. I decided to give her friend of the world, so she just wants to have as many friends as possible. And then for her traits, I went with genius, neat, and also good, because a lot of the traits that are associated with turquoise and also blue when we get to that are actually not traits that we can give our Sims, like directly translatable into Sims traits, if that makes sense. So I was having a few issues with that, unfortunately, but I do like how she turned out. I do like the trait mix that I ended up giving her anyways, and I also really love this Sim. I think she is so adorable. I had a lot of fun with her outfit. It's actually slightly K-pop inspired a little bit, so I gave her this mesh top underneath a blue top that's just like a loose tank top, a loose cropped tank top. And then I also gave her a silver skirt because I thought it would go really well with her light blue top. I don't know, like silver and light blue are two colors that kind of, they're cold, but I think they go really well together. I think they look really nice together at least. So I decided to go for that. And then she's also wearing high-heeled white boots, which I know is a little bit strange. Like, white boots outside, not really my thing personally because I'm clumsy. I'll end up stepping in mud and they'll never be white again, basically. But I think they look really, really good with her outfit. And then I also decided to top it off with a bow just to add a little bit more cuteness to it. So she's adorable, at least in my opinion she is. I actually also gave her stars because turquoise, or blue in itself, is also a color that's associated with openness, so both the ocean but also the sky. And I figured, what's in the sky? We got clouds, but at night we also got stars, so let's put some stars on her cheeks just to spice it up a little bit or something. But I do like how she turned out at the end. Hopefully you guys like her as well. So, but yeah, that's basically it for Sofia. So the next sim that we're doing is the one that's inspired by the second blue color in the rainbow, and it's not a deep, like it's not a dark blue. I decided to go for a bit more of a deep blue, sort of, if that makes sense, but not like a dark blue. It's sort of like a marine blue, kind of. Hopefully I'm making sense right now. I feel like I'm saying blue quite a lot. Anyways, moving on. So this is a Sora Adwell. So the color blue, like I said before, is often associated with sea and the sky, so openness, like these open free spaces. It's also associated with imagination, which in my mind means creativity, because you need to have a good imagination to be creative. Hopefully I'm making sense. And then also inspiration and sensitivity, but it's also associated with loyalty, wisdom, confidence, and intellect as well. So for Sora, I decided to go for a creative aspiration again. I could have gone for one of the knowledge ones actually. I think that would have been fitting for her as well, but I decided to go for one of the creative ones instead. So she is a musical genius, or she wants to be at least. And then for her traits, I decided to go for self-assured because blue is associated with confidence, and creative as well because of the imagination part that I said, or the trait imagination is associated with blue. And then also insider, which I think was a mistake. I should have gone for genius instead or something, so I may have to go back and change that one to something else. I don't fully know why I clicked insider. It might have been a misclick on my end or something. I think that's a little bit weird, but anyways, so yeah, that's basically a Sora. For her outfit, I decided to go for one that, at least in my opinion, I feel like would express a Sora very well. So she's got her ripped tights. I think she's ripped them herself. I actually used to wear ripped tights now and then when I went to school as well. We don't have a dress code in school, by the way. I'm sure they got certain rules now, but when I went to school, the rules weren't that bad, so you could kind of just wear whatever. There wasn't like a skirt length you had to go for, or you know, you could still wear thigh-high socks. As long as it's not like too provocative, you could wear it, it's fine. So yeah, I just want to throw that out there just in case you were wondering. But she's wearing her rip tights, and also her eye makeup is a little bit different, I want to say. She's wearing the dots that you can see like on either side of her eye. I think it looks really, really cute, or on either sides of her eyes. I think it looks really cute. I think it's kind of like a beautiful touch to eye makeup. And then of course her hair. Her hair is like super, super long and blue. If that's not expressive of herself, then I don't know what is. That's definitely a way you can express yourself, by dyeing your hair. Like, I think that's both creative and different, and you don't often see people with like crazy colored hair like pink or deep blue walking down the street. So I definitely feel like dyeing your hair is something that helps you express yourself. So I felt like just giving her very, very long blue hair would help her do that a little bit. So yeah. And then the last sim that we're doing is Lavender Lavigne, and I know it's a little bit ironic, I want to say, that her name is Lavender, considering that the purple color that we're going for is actually not lavender. It's just like, I don't, it's got a different name that I don't remember, but it's definitely not lavender. Lavender is a little bit lighter, and also I want to say a little bit more toned down, like it's a dusty kind of light purple sort of, but we're going for a deeper purple, a very saturated purple for this one. So purple is one of my favorite colors. I got two favorite colors. The first one is burgundy and the second one is purple. So just if you were wondering, I love purple so much. It's a very, I want to say like luxurious kind of color. It's associated with wealth and royalty and ambition, extravagance, luxury and power, but it's also associated with creativity and wisdom, peace, pride, and all these different kinds of things, independence and magic. It's associated with a lot of very interesting things, at least in my opinion it is. So I really just love purple so much. For Lavenders Aspiration, I decided to go for one of the Fortune ones because I hadn't really touched on that yet, and I feel like, again, purple is a very extravagant kind of color, so I thought that would be fitting. And I decided to go for the Mansion Baron one, and not the one where you have to earn a lot of money, because I thought the Mansion Baron one would be a little bit more fun. And then for her traits, I went with ambitious, materialistic, and also art lover. So she's very like art lover because I'd already gone for creative for at least two of the other Sims, so I wanted to go for something else. But with art lover, it could both mean that she's creative herself, like she loves art, but she could also collect it, which is something that you need a lot of money to do. So I thought that would be sort of fitting as well. Materialistic, obviously, because of the whole like wealth, purple and wealth, and then ambitious because purple is associated with ambition. So I thought those three traits would fit her best. I feel like I've sort of had like a class on colors now. I hope you guys don't mind. Personally, I love to read into meanings of names and colors and all these different things like gemstones as well. I just like I like meanings of different things, if I'm making any sense whatsoever. I think it's very interesting to look into that. That's kind of why I like to go through the Zodiac series as well. I thought that was a lot of fun, like seeing the traits behind certain zodiac signs. I think all that stuff is very interesting, so I really enjoyed doing this cast. Definitely let me know if you want to see more cast videos like this, more bigger cast videos. I would definitely be up for that. I think they're a lot of fun to do now and then, but like I said, just the bigger ones, I'm not that interested in the smaller cast videos because I just like to spend a lot of time on each of my videos basically. But do let me know what you think about that, and also if you like these girls, you can download them off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find them under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Remember to like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye! A gentle breeze, the night's got